What if I told you, the biggest competition in your life was never real? Every morning, millions of people wake up, not asking, who do I want to become? Instead, they ask a far more dangerous question. Why am I not like them? And without realizing it, they enter a race that has no finish line. It happens so quietly that most people never notice. One scroll, one photo, one achievement, one promotion, one perfect smile, and suddenly, your own life feels smaller. Not because it actually changed, but because someone else's did. Your brain wasn't designed for Instagram. It was designed for survival. Thousands of years ago, your ancestors constantly compared themselves with the people around them. Who was stronger? Who had more food? Who had more allies? Comparison wasn't insecurity, it was survival. But today, your brain is trying to survive inside a world that never stops showing you everyone's highlight reel. Here's the part nobody tells you. You never compare your whole life to someone else's whole life. You compare your behind the scenes to their best moments, their vacation, their promotion, their new relationship, their success, but never their anxiety, their failures, their sleepless nights. The more you compare, the less you notice what you've already built. Your victories become ordinary, your progress becomes invisible, your dreams become someone else's expectations, and slowly, you stop living your own story. Imagine climbing a mountain, only to look sideways and discover someone climbing a taller one. Suddenly, your success feels like failure. Not because you stopped growing, but because you changed your measuring stick. Comparison steals something far more valuable than confidence. It steals presence. Instead of enjoying today, your mind keeps asking, am I enough? Again, and again, and again. The people you envy are often comparing themselves to someone else. The millionaire compares himself to the billionaire. The athlete compares herself to the champion. The influencer compares their life to another influencer. The race never ends. So maybe the problem isn't that you're behind. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong direction. But if comparison is built into the human brain, can anyone ever escape it? Surprisingly, psychologists discovered something that changes everything. And once you understand it, you'll never compare yourself the same way again. Your brain has one job: keep you alive. It doesn't care if you're fulfilled. It doesn't care if you're happy. It only wants to know one thing: am I safe? For thousands of years, being left behind meant danger. Being rejected could mean death. That ancient survival system still lives inside you. Here's something astonishing. Scientists discovered that social rejection activates many of the same brain regions as physical pain. That's why being ignored, being excluded, or watching others succeed without you can feel like an actual wound. Your brain can't always tell the difference. Now imagine carrying that ancient brain inside a smartphone. Every swipe introduces another person who looks happier, richer, stronger, more successful. But here's the trick: you're not watching reality, you're watching carefully selected moments, tiny highlights from lives you can never fully see. Nobody uploads their panic attack, nobody posts their sleepless nights, nobody celebrates the hundreds of failures that came before one success. You compare your entire reality to someone else's carefully edited story. And that's a game you were never meant to win. The more you compare, the worse you feel. The worse you feel, the more you scroll. The more you scroll, the more impossible everyone else's life appears. Without realizing it, you've stepped onto a treadmill that never stops moving. Eventually, you don't even need social media anymore. A quiet voice begins speaking inside your own mind. You're behind. You're not successful enough. Everyone else figured life out. And the strangest part, you start believing it. Comparison doesn't only steal confidence, it steals curiosity. Instead of asking, what excites me, you begin asking, what gets more attention? Little by little, your life starts following someone else's map. Here's the irony: the people you're comparing yourself to may also be pretending, trying to look confident, trying to look happy, trying to convince the world that they have everything together. Sometimes, you're comparing yourself to someone else's mask, and then, one day, a single thought changes everything. What if I've been measuring myself the wrong way? That question doesn't solve the problem, but it opens the first door to freedom. The truth is, comparison itself isn't the enemy. Used wisely, it can inspire growth. Used carelessly, it can destroy your peace. So how do you know the difference? The answer begins with one simple shift that most people never make. Imagine running a marathon, but every few minutes, you stop to see how fast everyone else is moving. Would you ever reach your full speed? Probably not. Life works the same way. The moment your eyes leave your own path, your progress begins to slow. There's only one comparison that actually helps. Not who you are versus someone else, but who you are today versus who you were yesterday. Real growth is quiet. It rarely goes viral, but it's the kind that lasts. Most people wait for a life-changing moment, but confidence isn't built in giant leaps. It's built every time you keep a promise to yourself. One workout, one page read, one difficult conversation. Tiny victories teach your brain, I can trust myself. Comparison asks, what am I missing? Gratitude asks, what do I already have? The world outside doesn't change, but your attention does. And attention shapes reality. Some people find success at 20, others at 40. Some discover love after years of loneliness. Others lose everything before finding themselves. Life doesn't follow one schedule, so why judge your story using someone else's clock? If your happiness depends on other people noticing you, then your peace will always belong to someone else. Applause is temporary. Self-respect stays with you even after the crowd leaves. Instead of asking, why aren't I like them? Try asking, what can I learn from them? The same person can either become the source of your jealousy or the source of your growth. The choice is yours. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every account deserves your time. If something constantly makes you feel less than enough, you don't have to keep looking at it. Protecting your peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Stand in front of a mirror and ask yourself, if nobody else existed, what kind of life would I choose? That answer is often closer to your true purpose than anything comparison has ever shown you. You've learned why comparison begins, why it grows, and how to weaken its grip. But there's one final truth that separates people who stay trapped forever from those who finally break free. And once you hear it, you may never look at your life the same way again. Here's the truth. The people who seem far ahead of you aren't living your life. They don't carry your memories. They don't fight your battles. They don't wake up with your fears or your dreams. So, why should they decide how valuable your journey is? No two lives begin at the same place. Some inherit opportunities, others inherit obstacles. Some climb a staircase, others climb a mountain. Comparing two journeys without knowing where they started isn't fairness, it's illusion. Maybe you've been carrying something no one else can see. Loss, failure, fear, responsibility, and yet you kept moving. Don't underestimate the strength it took just to make it this far. Growth rarely announces itself. It happens the day you stay calm instead of reacting, the moment you forgive yourself, the morning you decide to try again. The biggest victories often happen where no one is watching. Imagine driving while staring through someone else's windshield. You'd crash. Yet that's exactly how many people live, always watching, always measuring, always wondering if they're enough. The safest road is the one right in front of you. Freedom doesn't begin when everyone approves of you. It begins the moment you stop asking for their permission to become yourself. Make yourself one promise. Tomorrow, don't try to become better than someone else. Become just 1% better than the person you were today. That's how real change begins. Years from now, when you look back, you won't remember how many people were ahead of you. You'll remember whether you had the courage to keep going when nobody believed in you, including yourself. Comparison may never disappear completely. It's part of being human, but it doesn't have to control you. Every single day, you get to choose whose voice becomes louder, the world's or your own, and that choice changes everything. So the next time you catch yourself comparing your life to someone else's, pause, take one deep breath, look at how far you've already come. Because your journey was never meant to look like theirs, it was always meant to become yours. If this video helped you see yourself differently, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and if you're ready to understand the hidden psychology behind the human mind. Subscribe, because the next lesson might be the one that changes your life.